One of the things that motivated me in this program is the focus. Girls education is focusing on empowering girls or women in our society, and these are the most vulnerable group. And I believe if ladies or women are empowered, then they will contribute to the welfare of society.
I think when you look at the GESS program, this is one of the programs that touches a lot of lives. It reaches as many girls as possible and the community as well. So across all the outputs of GESS, it all contributes to the enrollment of girls to school.
I'd been so much motivated when I stepped in Eastern Equatoria, and my first motivation was when I maneuvered and went with the cash to Chukudum with difficulties. I carried cash to pay girls, and I saw how the girls are there, need of education. They need our support.
As a teacher, I like interacting with the teachers, where I always give them support in the schools. And that's why in all these TPD schools I've been visiting them. Others are about 56 kilometers from here, like Pomki. I could ride on a motorbike there. Tomaji is across the river. I always ride to train them there. And then Kortumbak is 35 kilometers from here. Despite just the insecurity that site, I often just visit the schools to make sure they continue to do what is expected out of them. And that is my favorite part, to interact always with the teachers who are in these schools.
Okay. I think one of the things I like working for GESS program is the coverage. So far, I've covered the whole of Greater Equatoria. I've covered the whole of Greater Barakazal, and might be 55% of Greater Upper Nile. As a person, it has given me a perspective of my country in terms of knowing the geographical coverage. It has also given me perspective about how I can help my people, not only in one region, but across the country. It is one of the things that have really interested me in this program.
The GESS funding goes down to almost the village level. In fact, in my county, in my PM in Kajikeji, about 4 schools are being funded by GESS program. So really that made me feel so proud of the program, because it touches my roots deep in my village.
The moment that I remember is always the time that I visit schools, and I have been a few times up country in small schools where children were in the classroom and really getting education. But at the same time, I see other children out of the school, and then I think, okay, what happens to those children? What we really have to do in GESS is make sure that the children go to school and get education.
Especially when one visits at the lower level, at the state and the county, you can see the impact of GESS activities. Despite some time of difficulties, still GESS is down there.
One particular moment that made me proud of what I'm doing is when I was paying the cash transfers to girls in Rumbek North. In Rumbek North, what I had known of Rumbek North was a place where girls are not encouraged to go to schools. I had known Rumbek North to be a place where, parents don't allow their girls to go to schools. But when I went to Rumbek North to pay girls, I was quite impressed. The number of girls that came out to receive cash, and by the changes I really saw in them.
Also, GESS, I like it because it gives you to work a lot and to learn a lot, to build a relationship between me and the county people that we're working with, also build a relationship with the ministry. Now if you move, you feel you're actually at home. To build actually that relationship that makes us to work hand in hand, cooperate so that we achieve the goal together with them.
So, working with the Ministry of Education team in this project, to take the ownership of it, the aspect that I really admire.
There are a lot of successful things I have done when I came to these projects. By then only 3 schools exist in the POC. But when I try my best with the help of the office, I manage now to run almost certified school. Then the school by then we're not receiving capitation grant and kite transfer. Then also with the commitment of me and the teachers plus the SMC, we managed to mobilize the community to send the children to the school, and at the same time the girl received the kite transfer. That make now the very big impact in the school. You may get a good number of girls in the upper classes.
What is motivating me to continue working for GESS program is generally when you see the change of attitudes among the stakeholders and through the community mobilization, and then community participating fully in coming with a decision with what is affecting them in sending children, specifically girls, to school.
Seeing that a young mother who had lost all of it and thought she would not come back to school, and then listening to the program and realizing that she still has a chance to get back to school and make a future for herself, is what GESS has done, and it stands out to me. I feel so great about it. Because
I've really had the pleasure of being able to go around the country and attend several of our closeout workshops where state anchors and participants and beneficiaries have been able to come together and talk about what the program has meant to me. And it was just so thrilling and exciting to see these young ladies, the real pride of South Sudan, coming and talk about how the cash transfers really made a difference in their lives and allowed them to be able to get to school and stay in school and further their education. That was just, I mean, it just really brought everything home, and it was terrific.
Motivated me to continue with the program is the fact that I see myself in all of these girls that we're working with. So if this was a couple of years earlier, it would be me.
Looking back at the time the project started in 2013 compared to current year, which is 2018, one of the key things actually that made me proud of the GESS project is actually the narrowing gap between the number of boys and number of girls that are currently enrolled in schools. So it is almost coming to 50-50, and that one is a big achievement for GESS.
This program has been the most interesting program that I've worked in, especially helping the girl child continue with education. So for the past 2 years that I've been with GESS program, I was able to interact with the different girls. And whenever I move around and when people talk about the GESS program, I feel so proud to be part of this great achievement.
What really stands out for me on the program is the incredible team that I've been working with. Very supportive and determined, and team which always want more for the success of the program. That really motivates me and keeps me moving. I'm really very proud of a so committed team that we have.